everybody, it's Deb here with Creative Life. Thank you so much for joining me today and welcome back to my channel. Thanks again for subscribing and being here with me today. So today is day number 9 of the 12 days of Christmas, and oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe it's almost over. But I'm kind of glad that it is, because we got, Christmas is coming and we've got all this stuff coming up. So yeah, so we are almost done. I can't believe it. So we are going to do day 9. So are you guys ready to pick? Now, I got a bingo. So now we're kind of just going. And if we get another bingo, yay. But, we're just kind of going and filling up the card until we get to day 12. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick one. And, oh, we got Wreath. So here we go. So there is Wreath, which is down here. So here we get another bingo if we get Frosty, which, oh my gosh, I hope we get. So, Wreath. Okay, so I was going to make another wreath, but I found something in my stash that I haven't used yet. And so I thought I would make a little card. So I hope you guys don't mind me making another little card for you. But I really wanted to use this little stamp set that I got, and I've never used it, you guys, and it is so stinking cute. So this is day number 9. So here we go. So we're going to make a couple cards with using a wreath, and I'll be right back. Okay, so after going through some of my stash, this is the stamp and die I was talking about. Now this is I've had this in my stash for a while and I've never used it, and I thought I would really like to use it. And we've got a wreath here, we've got a bow and a couple of little sentiments here. And with this, it comes with the die, and you get this little piece that has the little holes for the holly. You get the die here, and then of course you get your other little items, holly and stuff, leaves and things. I just thought that this was super cute, and so I thought I would use that for the wreath. And we're going to do 2 different wreaths, and then for our easel cards. And then this one here, I thought this would be super cute to have him in the middle of the wreath. I thought, like, with his little head poking out. And I might do that with something else too, but first I want to go ahead and try this and see if this will work. He is just adorable. And so again, I used to belong to the Stamps of Life Stamp of the Month Club, or actually it was the Stamp and Die Club. And so you would get 2 of these. You would get the stamp and the die every month, and then you would get a little card with it that shows you everything, and then how to make or what to do with your cards if you want to do that. And then also shows you some other little add-ons that you can do if you wanted to do that. So yeah, so I thought that these were super cute, and so like I said, I've never used them. They've been sitting in my stash forever, and so I thought this would be a good time. So I picked out this green cardstock, and so I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and grab my scissors, and I'm just going to cut this right down the middle. So cut that, and I am going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp this first, and then we'll cut it out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some more of my items ready to stamp, and I'll be right back. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stamp this wreath. Now this wreath is, again, from I was going to say Stampin' Up, but it's from Stamps of Life. Um, and so I am going to do two cards. And so with this card, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to heat emboss this. So I am just pressing down on my little stamping thing here, and I am going to go ahead and pour on the black embossing powder, and then we're going to heat this up. And I'll tell you what, this stamp set is like crisp. Okay. I don't know if it's still in her shop. I haven't belonged to her stamping and die club for a while, for over a year now. But if I love the way that her stamps are so crisp, and they cut out like butter. So the dies are really good too. Next, we're going to go ahead and cut this out. And I wanted to share with you guys how good this die cuts out. It's just so awesome. So I'm putting that little ring around, and I'm trying to figure out the pattern of, of this. For me, now I know that a lot of people cut out and then stamp. For me, it's easier to stamp and then cut out. Because when I stamp on something, I always get like off center. So for me, it's always better to stamp something and then cut it out. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm just putting this together, and now we're going to go ahead and cut this out. And I'm bringing over my little Empress by Anna Griffin, and I absolutely love this machine. It's one of my favorites. I have, well, actually have a Sizzix still, but this one I leave this on my desktop all the time, and it sits like right behind my computer. So the way that I have my desk set up and stuff, it's kind of hides like a little bit behind my computer, and I have two monitors so I can see everything. So yeah, so I really like how this cut out, and like I said, it just cut out like butter. So next we're going to go ahead and do the polar bear, and this little polar bear is so cute. It's so stinking cute. And I went ahead and cut that out, and see how easy it was to take that off. Now I did fussy cut around the scarf because I wanted the border to be a little bit smaller. I didn't want such a big border around the scarf. So I did go ahead and cut around that. Okay, so as you can see, if you're new to creating an easel card, I went ahead and placed the die about maybe an eighth of an inch, or about a quarter of an inch over the fold of your paper. So you'll fold your paper, and then you'll place your die about a quarter of an inch or an eighth of an inch above that fold, so that way it opens up. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just cut out a top part of this, and my little plug came out. So, so here is the top part, and we're going to use that little bear, and then that little snowflake paper there. It's red, and it looks kind of like a dark pink, but it's actually red. And we're going to use that, and I'm going to cut out some circles, scallop circles, out of that red paper. Okay, so I cut everything out, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put everything together. So I cut out the scarf in red glitter, and I'm taking it apart, and I'm just going to fill in some of the gaps in the white sweater with the red glitter paper. And then I'm going to add some white flock to it. And I wanted it to be white and red, so I thought this would be really cute because our pattern paper is white and red, and it would really look good on that little bear. So he is so cute. So let me know, do you like making easel cards? Have you ever made well, I'm sure if you've made an easel card, do you like the circular ones, the traditional like square, type cards? And tell me what kind of cards you like to make. Slimline cards, easel cards? Do you like to make fancy fold cards? What type of cards do you like to make? What are your favorite to make? Mine, I think easel cards are probably my favorite card to make. So before I do the flocking on the little scarf, I went ahead and I placed my scallop pieces together. So I did the inside first, and I'm just placing those on there just like that. Now I do have to tell you, I don't know if I just turned it the wrong way or whatever I did, but my little scallop piece did kind of turn out awkward. Like it's not straight, it's not folded straight. I thought it was folded straight, but apparently I did not fold it straight. It was a little bit wonky, but you really can't tell once I got everything on there. Um, and I still think it turned out pretty good. So, but like I said, you can't tell unless you're looking at it from the back end. Then you can kind of see, I kind of like it's not straight. So, but yeah, I'm not going to show you the back. Just kidding. But yeah, so it just I don't know if I just got off center or what I did, but yeah, it just didn't see how it's kind of, you can see it here. It's kind of crooked a little bit. And I started noticing it, and then I was like, oh well, see how it's kind of a little bit, it's not creased straight. It's creased a little bit off. But that's okay because the card still turned out super cute, and I really like how it looks. So here I'm just, again, placing on the panels on top of that card there. So once you fold your top piece down, like it's folded up on the main part of the card, you're going to go ahead and you're going to place your other piece on top of that fold. And I'll show you here in a minute what I'm talking about. Now I did cut one more piece of the scallop out of for the pattern paper because that's going to be covering the back side. Now you don't have to cover the back side. I usually do because it's standing up, and I want it to look nice, instead of just having the white on the back end. And I did have to cut it down some because, like I said, it was kind of folded. It was not folded straight, so my pieces weren't going on right. So I went ahead and cut it down. Okay, so here I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add that top panel on top of that folded piece. That's the front piece facing you, okay? So if you're new to making an easel card, this is how you're gonna do that. And you're just gonna place, like I said, that top panel on top of that folded part that is towards you, okay? And then it will fold. So you'll see how it folds here. Just a second. So here is where the back pieces, like I said, weren't matching up, and I just went ahead and cut them down a little bit, and then lined them up. Tried to line them up the best I could. And it just really kind of threw everything off, but that's okay. So we fixed it. And again, I'm just cutting these parts so that way they can fit on there correctly. Now this is only for the back part, okay? This is not for the front. Okay, so here I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add on those back pieces. Again, this is to the back portion of this card. And you can definitely cover the bottom part too if you wanted to. So I just cut all of the pieces out that I wanted to use, and that way I didn't have to worry about cutting anything else out. And now we're on to putting on the wreath. And so to put on the wreath, it did come with a little die to cut little berries or the little circles out that fit on the wreath. And I did go ahead and grab some foam tape because I wanted to lift this up. So I went ahead and placed some of these thin strips. Now my thin strips of foam tape I get over at scrapbook.com, and sometimes you can find that a good deal on Amazon as well, and I'll put that link down below for you. So if you want to grab some, you can also grab them from there. Now, these ones that I'm using here did come from Amazon, and I absolutely love them. And but I first found out about them from scrapbook.com, and I absolutely love them. So here is this little polar bear, and oh my gosh! So I went ahead and cut the body off, the bottom part, and then cut little slits in between his arms and his body so that way his arms can fit over the wreath. Now, I just wanted to share this technique with you so that way you can do this with any stamps that you have that are able to, you know, fit like a little arm over or anything like that. And so it's just so cute. I just love how that looks, right? And I thought, oh my gosh, that is that is so cute. Such a cute idea, and a lot and another way you can use your stamps. So I just thought this was super cute. So here I'm just adding the little berries on top of the wreath, and I really love the red glitter paper. Oh, so pretty. Now I did get that glitter paper from Amazon, and I will try to find the link for you. It is awesome paper. I love it because you can actually cut your dies through it, and there's not very many glitter papers out there that you can cut through. Okay, I actually have bought a bunch of Cat Crafter Companion glitter paper, and my dies will not cut through that at all. So it's really hard. It's got like I don't want to say like a plastic film, but it's got like a film on it, and it doesn't cut out. So and I know another one that cuts out really good. I think it's Recollections. Their glitter paper also cuts out really good. So if you're looking to use a glitter paper for your dies and you're new to crafting, those are the ones that I use. So now we've got all of our berries on top of our little wreath, and I'm just pressing them down, making sure they're going to stay on there. Next, I'm going to come in with my little chalks, and I'm going to paint his little ears pink. And I should have did some little pink around maybe his, you know, for like little cheeks or something, but I didn't think about it until just now. So, so if you want to, if you have this stamp set by Stamps of Life, you can definitely go ahead and do that. I just left him white. I didn't color him at all. I just left him plain white, and I just didn't want to mess him up. And I love to color. I'm not a good colorist, but I try. So, so here I went ahead and placed his little scarf on top of him, and that looks so cute. And then I went ahead and I placed that little bow up on top of the card. So I did change out the bow later on for a brighter bow because this bow was just too dark and I really wanted more of the red and white on there. So next I came in with some little images from the paper collection, and I used the Romantic collection by Stamperia, and so these are just a few little things that were on there, and I thought this was so cute. Now I did put a little flat back pearl on top of that bow, and I colored it red. And you'll see here in just a minute that I did change it out. So here is the red bow that I opted for because this one was more, it was a brighter red, it had white stitching around it. And I knew I had this bow because I'd been saving it for a project. For whatever project I wanted to use it for. And so I knew I had it. I just couldn't find it. So I finally found it and I placed it on top of here, and I just think it added a lot. I mean, it just flowed better so than the dark bow. So I think that that turned out pretty cute. Now next we're making this next card, and it's basically the same process that we did before, but this one is going to be a bit different. So I'm going to add on my panels and I'll be right back. Okay, so for this one, we're going to use this little reindeer. Now, this stamp set is so adorable. This is a stamp set by Mama Elephant, and it is an older one, y'all. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm looking to see. It just says it's by Mama Elephant. It's a clear stamp. It's got little reindeers in it, and it does come with the little dies, and it is so stinking cute. Now, this is one that I've been wanting to use for a long time, and I thought, you know what, this is so cute. So you'll see what we're going to make with this one. It's so cute. I absolutely love how this one turned out. Now, I did cut out two of these little reindeers. And for this first reindeer, I cut out, I colored the candy cane red and white, but I actually needed it to be pink and white. So I went ahead and cut out a second reindeer and colored it and did that one with pink and white on the candy cane. Now I'm just using some colored pencils. I have this one that's called Colors World, and I love the colors in these because they have skin tone colors, and I really like that, and I didn't have anything like that in my stash, so I went ahead and got these ones. And I like the fact that when you color these really light, you can actually blend the colors together. So I don't have a heavy hand when I color with my colored pencils, so I kind of mix up the colors a little bit. So I'm just coloring this little guy and getting him all colored up and everything. And then we're going to go ahead and I'll show you the second one I did. Okay, so this is still the little first reindeer that I did. And this is how he's going to sit on top of this card. Now, instead of placing the wreath on foam tape, I just went ahead and glued it down. And then you'll see here in a minute what else we're going to do. So I went ahead and found these pink flatback pearls, and so I thought they went perfectly with the card. And you'll get to see my mistake in just a minute. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue putting these little flatback pearls on top of the wreath. Next, I found these little, here's the two reindeers. Now, this one is the pink one that I did, and she's a lighter color. She's got a blue bow on her candy cane, and the candy cane is pink. Now, I found these little action wobblies in my stash, and I thought these would be super cute to use. And I always, forget that I have them. And so I went ahead and placed one behind it, and look at how cute. Oh my gosh, this is super cute. So next I went ahead and found this little bow that I had in my stash. And okay, you're going to see my mistake here in just a bit. Okay. And it happened kind of fast, but yeah, I have to take this off because my little reindeer was not placed correctly on the card. So not sure if you saw that real quick, but yeah, it wasn't the reindeer was totally on the back side or the other side of, along the card instead of the correct way. I had to remove the bow and place the bow the correct way. And now we are done. Okay, so both of these cards are so cute, and these are for the Wreath theme that we picked out, and I think these turned out super cute. And I got to use some stamps that I've never used before, that I've been wanting to use for a few years, and to create some cards. And so I'm super happy how these turned out. I love the fact that they're circle and, like scallop edges, so it's kind of decorative for at Christmas. And then I went ahead and added some of these little snowflakes that I had in my stash. I cut out little berries from a red glitter paper. For the little scarf, I went ahead and used my white flocking powder and then I cut out another scarf in the red glitter and put that on him. And I just think this turned out super cute. I did have one more idea, and I thought, you know what, it would be really neat to put like glossy accents around the whole wreath. That would be super cute. And then on the inside, I put Merry Christmas and then 2 little stamps from the collection. And then you can always just put like a little white piece of paper here, and then, you know, put Merry Christmas or whatever, or, you know, your little sentiment, whatever you want to write, or you can always write your little sentiment on the back. So I just thought that was super cute. And so there's that one. And then for this one we did something different. And this one is actually a little wobbly, and for the wreath, I didn't do the heat embossing on it. So it's just a little green wreath. And I did think about going through and kind of getting a little light marker and kind of just outlining the leaves so they stand out a little bit more. And then on the inside, you can put your message inside. Here's Merry Christmas. And then we added a little bow that I had in my stash. And then I colored this little reindeer. It's so cute. I did the red one first. And then I thought, you know what, it's red and I wanted pink. So I went ahead and got pink and blue little pencils and colored the candy cane pink and blue. So there we go. And I think he is so cute. I love it. I love it. And so I hope this gives you some inspiration today. And thank you guys so much for joining me. Now we are on to day number 10. So don't forget to go over to Rosa's channel to see what she made for day number 10. And oh my gosh, you guys, we only have a few days left and we're done. And wow. So thanks again for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe so you can win the prizes.